is an update on VALE, a company in the basic material sector, industrial metals and minerals. We had this primary uptrend line with a rising bearish wedge pattern with a huge divergent high with negative and bearish divergences really constructed and establishing themselves on all three indicators. We snapped down, break down, put in a sell signal. I had mentioned get out of your longs, dollar cost average, and short trade setup, and that was good for a 37.84% crash. And really what we've been doing is we've hit my last final target here at that 1249 price support. I've added these key new levels here, 1125 and 1046 price support in case anyone's going for the home run. And again, 1249 price support we've been hugging, and looks like we're starting to find a little bit of some balance. Caught off guard here. We put in this divergent low. We have potential positive and or bullish divergences really starting to potentially establish. We need to get a breakout. We could consolidate further, but a breakout outside of this primary downtrend line here off the mid-June reactionary highs and multiple reactionary highs to help validate that would spell as a bullish trend, in my opinion, beginnings of a bullish trend. Now, what's really so significant now is I've added this primary uptrend line here off the weekly interval, which coincides with the 2016 primary lows and the COVID crash lows. So it goes right through it, and a solid breakdown below this 1222 price support. Call it a 1206, maybe around that 1206 range. Yeah, 1205. We snapped this primary uptrend line in a solid, with authority, and a solid daily candle close there. I believe truly that it would spell a secondary sell signal. Really what will happen is we'll burn out any potential positive and or bullish divergences that we could have potentially had. The divergent low goes hanging, sink down, and to me that would spell for a secondary sell signal, in my opinion. And here are the multiple targets to coincide with that. If that happens, if that drop happens. But bull traders, dip buyers, they need to step in right here, right now, heavily defend this 1222 coinciding with that primary uptrend line here, and it needs to be defended at all cost. We have that 50-day moving average completely puncturing right through its 200-day moving average, setting up in a death cross continuation pattern there. And really what I'll do, what's even more significant, I'll zoom out here in the weekly chart. This is exactly where I had mentioned this primary uptrend line, with this primary uptrend line here off the 26 reactionary lows, cuts right through the COVID crash lows, and here we are at a key massive inflection point, in my opinion. I want to take away all the lines here, and really what's so significant now is that we have the 50 weekly moving average starting to overarch in a gaping crossover, potential crossover off this 200 weekly moving average, and which would spell up for a weekly death cross continuation pattern. And really what's so significant now here is it has been confirmed here. Now on the weekly, we put in a 3 outside down bearish continuation pattern, which usually has a higher probability of panning out than more so some of the other bearish continuation pattern. That is a stunning and or beautiful 3 outside down bearish continuation pattern that I've seen quite some time. So who knows, we could see a bounce right back up to that 200 weekly moving average coinciding with the 1450 price resistance, which would actually spell for an objective short trade entry on a risk reward ratio down for a 14.1% drop, and maybe even start to undercut those previous lows. But that 3 outside down bearish continuation pattern will be respected at all costs. I can guarantee that.